Good morning one and all. Now in today's class we'll be studying about principles of management. In that first point is division of work. Now what do you mean by division of work? Division means how the work is being divided. Okay. Now in the total organization has been divided into what? Different parts and different subparts. Okay. Like in the organization, now take example that many departments are there in the organization. Okay, like HR, finance, marketing. So in HR department also again it is been subdivided into different parts. Okay, means in HR department again recruitment, selection is there. Okay, or in marketing department again there is sales, advertisement. Okay, now what is the main advantage of this division of work? When the work is been divided among different people, the main advantage is what? Okay, work will get things done very quickly because many people are involved in that. Okay, means the main advantage is that time will be saved. It is time consumed because many people are doing that particular work. The work is been divided among different people. Okay, so time will be saved, and also there will be sharing of different opinions and ideas. So division of work means what? How the total work of the organization, how it is been divided into different parts and different subparts. That is division of work. Then next one is what? Authority and responsibility. Now what do you mean by authority? Who is having the authority? The top management or the top level management, he is having the authority. Authority is also called as the position. Means whatever the top level management will tell, it is required that the middle level management and the lower level management workers should try to do that particular work. Authority and responsibility. As already you are aware that in the organization there are three levels of management, that is top level, middle level and lower level management. So whatever the top level management, he is having that authority or position, and he will give the responsibility, means the work. He will allocate whatever the work to the middle level management and the lower level management workers. Means that responsibility or that work is been given to the people. It can be employees or workers. So that is called as authority and responsibility. Authority is there with the top level management, and responsibility means what? Whatever the manager will tell, okay, he will give whatever the responsibility to the lower level management workers. It can be employees or workers also. That is authority and responsibility. And responsibility means what? Whatever work or responsibility has been given to the workers, they should try to do and complete that particular work. Then next one is what? Discipline. Now what do you mean by discipline? Means in the organization they will form different rules and regulation. So it is required that all the employees should try to follow those rules and regulation and maintain the proper discipline. Okay, like suppose what happens, what kind of rules and regulation will be there? Like imagine that the company timing is something 8 o'clock. So it is required that each and every individual who is working in the organization, they should come at that particular time only. So here they need to maintain the complete discipline in the organization, means following proper rules and regulation. That is called as discipline. Then the next one is what? Unity of command. Now what do you mean by unity of command? You already know that in the organization there is one supervisor and one subordinate. So whatever the supervisor will give instruction to the subordinates or workers should try to follow those orders and instruction. That is unity of command. So one person, he will be giving a command to the other. Okay, like superior who is there, he is having that authority or position. He will be giving whatever the orders and instruction to the workers. That is unity of command. Then next one is what? unity of direction. Now unity of direction means what? Giving proper orders and instruction. Now here the workers will not be knowing how to do the work, how to perform the work or activity. So proper orders and instruction should be given to the workers. That is unity of direction. The next one is subordination of individual interest with the group interest. Now what do you mean by individual interest? Now in the organization, each and every individual will be there. Individual means what? It can be the manager also, or it can be any employee or workers. So subordination of individual interest means what? Each and every individual will be having their own interest or whatever goal has been set. Okay. And they should coordinate with the group interest, means whatever the group goals are there. The next one is remuneration of personnel. Now what is the meaning of remuneration? Remuneration is also called as compensation or wages and salary. In the organization, each and every individual will be getting different remuneration or different wages and salary. Means top management, he will be getting the higher salary. Okay. Then middle level management, who is there? It can be the departmental managers. Okay, like HR manager, finance, marketing, production manager. They will be getting different whatever the remuneration of wages and salaries are there. Okay. And the lower level management workers also, they will be getting the different wages. So remuneration means what? Now here the organization will maintain the remuneration pattern regarding how much wages or how much salary should be paid to the employees. So that is called as remuneration. The next one is centralization. Centralization means what? Authority flows from top to bottom. Means in the organization, the top level management, he will be giving the orders and instruction to the lower level management. The next one is scalar chain. Now in scalar chain, we will take one example that, now just imagine that there are 4 workers, that is A, B, C and D. So A person, okay, if he wants to communicate anything to D, it should be passed through B and C. Means this is a scalar chain. Now A person will not directly tell to the D person. It should be passed through a chain which is there. Okay, means A person, he will tell whatever information to B and B will tell to C and C will tell to D. This is called as a scalar chain. The next one is what? Order. Order means what? Everything should be placed in a right order, in an orderly manner. Okay, it can be the arrangement of men, material, machines which is there. Everything should be placed in an orderly wise or step by step. The next one is what? Equity. Now what do you mean by equity? Equity means what? Treating everyone equally with fairness and kindness. Means in the organization, the manager should not try to discriminate among the employees. Discrimination means what? Differentiation among the employees. He should not treat one person very good and other person bad. It should not be like that. He should try to treat everyone equally. Means equality should be there. No kind of differentiation should be arising among the employees. Then the next one is stability of tenure of people. Now here one term is there as one term I will explain you, that is labor turnover. Now what do you mean by labor turnover? Labor turnover means what? How the employees, they will leave an organization and go to the other organization. Now what is the reason why the employees will leave an organization and go to the other organization? There may be many reasons. The main reason is of salary. If they are not satisfied with how much salary they are getting in company which they are working, they will leave that company and go to the other company. Or they may not be satisfied with the working conditions, okay, or they may not be satisfied, like they are not getting good career opportunities in that company. Okay, so that is called as this one, labor turnover. The next one is initiative. Initiative means what? Taking initiative or voluntarily coming forward and undertaking that task. Now just imagine that in the organization the workers are facing some problems and difficulties. So here the worker should take initiative, come forward and tell his problem to the manager. That is called as a initiative. The next one is esprit de corps. Now what do you mean by esprit de corps? One term is there for that, that is a team spirit. Means each and every individual should try to work in a team or in a group. Now whenever you try to work in a team or group, okay, the main advantage is what? Whenever there is teamwork, things or whatever work is there, the main advantage is time will be saved. And one more thing, in a team, imagine that five people are working in a team. That time what happens, each and every person will be having different opinions, different ideas. So sharing of different opinions and ideas will be there. That is called as a team spirit. Now this is all about principles of management. Now just briefly I will tell. First one was division of work. Means how the work is been divided among different people. Means or the organization is divided into different parts and different subparts. And authority and responsibility. Authority means what? The top management, he is having that authority and he will give whatever the responsibility to the lower level management. Then discipline, how proper discipline will be maintained in the organization by following different rules and regulation. Then unity of command, means here the supervisor will give orders and instruction to the subordinate. Then unity of direction, means giving proper instruction and direction. Then subordination of individual interests with group interests, means individuals will be having their own goals and how they will lead to the group goals. Then remuneration of personnel, means what? Remuneration means compensation of wages and salaries, means how much wages and salaries are paid to the employees. Then centralization means authority flows from top to bottom. Then scalar chain, I had given you an example. Imagine that there are 4 workers A, B, C and D. If A wants to communicate anything to D, it should be passed through B and C, means it is in the form of a scalar chain. Then order, maintaining whatever it may be, the man, material, machine in an orderly and systematic manner. Equity, equity means what? Treating everyone equally and there should not arise any kind of the differentiation or discrimination. Then stability of tenure of people. Here one term is there as a labor turnover. Okay. Now what is the reason why the employees will leave an organization and go to the other company? It may be because they may not be satisfied with the salary or they may not be satisfied with the working conditions and all. Then initiative means what? Coming forward and accepting, means taking initiative voluntarily. And esprit de corps means team spirit, how to work in a team. And the main advantage of working in a team is what? Work will get things done very quickly and many people will be forming a team or in a group and different sharing of ideas and opinions will be there. This is all about the principles of management. If this question will come in the examination, you have to answer this question with along with this 14 points. Yes, this is all about the principles of management. Thank you.